Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to azizdrives. It's a beautiful Sunday morning and it's March, so springtime is coming and people are thinking about buying new cars, Summer is coming, man. You need to look good. So today I've decided to do a fuel economy test and I've parked the car at the right spot, right next to a Tesla charging station, because in a world full of electric cars, you should maybe consider buying a 6-liter Bentley. So my fuel economy tests are always a little bit on the dumb side, because I like to drive a car that has an insanely big engine, okay? W12, 12 cylinders, 6-liter, turbocharged, with 630 horsepower. And I want to drive it as fuel efficiently as possible so that they don't win, okay? That's the main reason for it. And it might sound dumb, but I had two very surprising results with the BMW M6 V10 and the BMW M2. So today we're trying it with this British excellence machine. So let me pop the hood and show you what the engine is about, right? Beautiful Bentley Continental GT with a fabulous interior. By the way, if you want to see the full review, make sure to check out my page and subscribe right now, because we did a fantastic review on this beautiful car. All right, thank you very much. Let's pop the hood on this Bentley Continental Speed. So it's a W12 engine, 6-liter, twin-turbocharged, producing 625 horsepower, man. I mean, come on. This is literally insane. It's an insane amount of power. And as you can see, there's absolutely no space whatsoever to do anything on that car. It's incredible. I mean, imagine you have to change something on that. It doesn't matter what you have to change. It doesn't matter which problem you have. The engine has to come out. And that's what makes it so expensive in labor. It's incredible. But it looks and drives so well, man. 800 Newton meters and 329 kph possible with this 2.3 ton car. It's really incredible. And now we're coming to the part where I will bleed really a lot, because this is not my car and I'm doing the test for your sake, okay? So I have to fill it up completely. And as you know, Bentleys, they tend to have a big fuel tank. So in this case, 90 liters. Let's fill it up and let's do the test. I'm very excited. And I think I will surprise a bunch of people because I do my shit correctly, right? We are in the Bentley Continental GT. Let me give you a startup, friends. Oh, the startup sound of this car is really something else here. This VW Touareg shifter that really pisses me off somehow, but this feels kind of beautiful and has nice metal rings. But let's see what we can do. So what I have to do now is I have to reset everything. So for that you just press this, okay? That's it, it has been reset. So now back off. You know, the sensation you get inside this car is absolutely ridiculous, because first time sitting in it, the smell of this insane amount of leather just hit me straight into my face. I mean, you might have seen a couple of videos of me talking about it, but 11 cowhides for this interior is a lot. So let's go here and let's fill this machine up to the fullest. As you can see, I have almost half a tank. I filled it up yesterday fully, and today we're filling it up one more time. Bleeding quite a lot this weekend. So for all of you who are interested in buying one of these, actually, here it is. Here you can open the tank cap. Just press it. You heard the sound. Let's go out and fill it up. Yes. Beautiful Bentley Continental GT. Let's see what half a tank brings. So as usual, I'm filling the car up completely until it clicks one time, because then I can go to the same petrol station when we arrive in 100 kilometers and fill it up to the first click, and we will see how much fuel it actually uses, right? So about half a tank, I think. It's going to be like 40 liters or something. Let's see. It just doesn't stop, man. It doesn't stop. God damn it. It really uses an insane amount of fuel if you don't watch your throttle, man. I mean, I'm going to tell you straightforward, it's incredible. But it also looks incredible and it also drives incredible. So, 35 liters. Well, I think I was lucky. We are here at the tire inflation pressures when it's cold, and we're just checking what the maximum capacity of bar is. Speeds over 270 kph, 3.4 bar. So this is the 21-inch tire, I guess. Exactly. So I'll just fill it up to around 3.2, 3.4 bar. Some say this is just a myth, but it worked on the other two cars, so I'm filling it up to around 3.4 bar. Let's see what we can do. All right, let's see. I've decided to do 3 bar because I don't know, I think it's enough. It's going to inflate anyway when we drive a little bit, so let's do 3 bar. That's plenty. Continental GT Speed. Really has a beautiful name, actually. Big brakes, big brakes. Heavy car though. All right, friends, here we are moving the first meters, and you will notice right into manual. Yes, the flaps are opening. The sound is now to max. Put it in second gear already. Just when starting off a little bit, right into second gear. Don't give it any chance. Let's continue. It says 50 liters of fuel right now. 7th gear, and come on, put it into 8th gear. So low shifts, very, very important with this car, because of course we have twin turbos, which means one is going to charge at a lower RPM range and the other one is going to charge at a higher RPM range. As always, it's not the plan to suffer, it's just to be a little bit more consistent when driving those cars and watching the throttle and using what you actually have, so that you can actually save a little bit of gas money and save the world ultimately. So climate control is on, no problem with that. Let's continue the drive. I'll get you in around 30 kilometers. Make sure to use the slipstream of every car possible. Let's just get a little bit closer. Don't charge the turbochargers, for God's sake. Come on. Look at that. A little bit, just a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's a safe line, that's a safe distance. Let's stay right there. I've noticed something very interesting, because I put the car into manual, and then there was a little bit of traffic. I had to brake, and it started shifting down earlier than usual. So I noticed when you put the car into manual, it actually thinks that you're going to drive a little bit faster, since this car doesn't have sport mode, eco mode or anything, it just drives. So I've decided to leave it into drive, because then it actually revs the car in 8th gear up until it drops under 1000 RPMs. So that's I think that's the better way to go. Let's see what we can do. I'm rolling downhill now. Okay, so now we're coming to the area where we always have traffic, so I'm preparing to shift down here with the pedal, so to let the engine kind of brake, okay? Not use the brake and then accelerate again. I want the engine to brake, because then I saved fuel. So let's see whether we can do this. But it looks quite open, so you see that? It dropped to 7th gear, but it looks quite open here. I might not have to do it. I don't see any people brake, so very good, very good. We might be lucky today. We might be lucky. You know, I'm very nervous about traffic in those scenarios, because I know the car really hates traffic. It's incredible. The amount of fuel you just waste when you have traffic, it's crazy. It's crazy. So let's see, we're open today. Holy shit, man. Is it Byram already? No, that's just in a month. Huh. Let's accelerate a little bit. Just not over the turbochargers, or just not at the RPM range where the turbochargers really start sucking in the air. Oh, that's great. That's It's great. 6-liter W12. Oh my god. Look at that, man. Look how beautiful this is. Wow. You know, it's crazy because I'm traveling quite kind of a lot lately, and every time I come back to Switzerland, I'm so appreciative of this beautiful country, because most of the time I'm really pissed off. It's raining, it's gray, but at moments like this, when it opens up and you see this beautiful sky, the beautiful mountains, the lakes, it's really, really beautiful forest. You can hike here, you can do whatever you want, man. But I appreciate the combination of mountains and lake together the most. I mean, there's nothing comparing to it. When you go out on a walk maybe, or you go to a secret spot, you jump into that beautiful cold lake, man. Wonderful water, you can actually drink it. It's clean, it's beautiful. There's just nothing comparing to it, man. Really, that's when you are rich. That's richness, you know. It's really this beautiful place, jumping into the water, having a great time. It's wonderful, man. It's really wonderful. The best times in life. And yeah, I always, when I have to travel, I really, you know, I travel kind of a lot lately with azizdrives, going to all sorts of countries. But I love to come back, especially in summer, in Switzerland, and just enjoy a beautiful breeze, a beautiful walk, and then jump into a lake. Yeah. Holy shit, I'm getting old, man. I'm not even 30. What the hell is going on? What's with all that sentimental talk? All right, friends, believe it or not, we are at kilometer 36, okay? And the car is averaging a 9-liter to 100 kilometers. I hope they don't lie. I really do, because it actually uses less fuel than my BMW M6. But the insane part is coming now. You see that we're opening up to 120 kph. So let me accelerate very gently, because of course the wind resistance is going to be higher, the noise is going to be higher, and now the real test begins. Because at 120 kph, I noticed that there is a mark, really. If you exceed 120 kph, the car will really start using a lot of fuel, especially at 130 and 140, and you can save a lot of fuel just by driving slightly, right at 120 kph or slightly under 120 kph. You see the needle just going up, 9.2 liters. So let's go to the right lane. Let's let the people pass. There is something I wanted to talk about, which is very strange on the Bentley. So first of all, the impression, the first one when you get in, the smell, the scent of this leather is just something I've never experienced in any other car beside an Aston Martin. So the smell that I have in here is exactly the same as in an Aston Martin Vantage that I owned. So that is a very beautiful, it hit me right with memories, very, very nice. And what I also noticed is, you know, when I drove the Aston, people looked at the car, they looked at it, especially children, etc. They turned around, you know, they appreciated the beauty of it. But here, when people look at a Bentley, they also want to know who is sitting inside the car. So I felt like they were staring into the car. And another sensation that I didn't think would be actually able with a Bentley is children are going crazy after this car, man. They're pulling their parents, turning around, knowing what car it is. I mean, when children go crazy about your car, you did everything right. And I mean, I can expect them to go crazy for a Ferrari, Lamborghini, a Porsche maybe. But the Bentley, this was surprising. This was surprising, but very pleasant surprising. Would I buy a Bentley? Well, actually, I thought about it, but I don't like it all-wheel drive, to be honest. I don't like all-wheel drive cars, man. I need a little bit of a challenge. And the other thing that I'm really thinking about is, you know, the original purchase price was 260,000 of a Bentley Continental GT Speed, man. So now it's around 64,000. While you can buy it now, I would never advise anybody that is earning less than 150,000 a year to buy one of these, because whatever you have to do, it's going to screw you up terribly. The engine has to come out for every single thing, man. It's incredible. It's really incredible. So I don't think, and to be honest, I like the M6 better. it is what it is. I really do like the M6 better, as hard as it sounds. This is beautiful, but if I buy a car in that segment, I will go back to an Aston Martin. I won't buy a Bentley. Oh, that's a nice car. That's a nice car. S-Class, baby. Early 2000s. Very, very nice, actually. Look how nice it drives. Taking on those bumps. Yeah. It's still a nice car. It still is. Probably very comfortable. We are at kilometer 64 and I literally can't believe my eyes. I can't believe what I'm reading here. 8.9 liters, man. I can't believe what I am reading, and it feels terrible. It feels terrible. All this time I was thinking about, yeah, you need a 4-cylinder or for 6-cylinder at maximum if you want to be able to yeah, basically just save a little bit of fuel. And here I am driving a W12 cylinder 6-liter Continental GT Speed, 625 horsepower at 8.9 liters. You know, let's be honest here. When you drive your Skoda Octavia RS, 4-cylinder, turbocharged, blah blah, Golf R, S3, the Autobahn, you're hovering at 7 liters, okay? And I'm managing at 8.9 liters. And it took me 43 minutes to get to 66 kilometers. So we'll see what my average speed was. It says 92 kph. I feel like they lied to us, man. And I can't wait to get to the petrol station to see how much it actually used, because this is ridiculous. This is, it's like a diesel. All right, so we have been driving. Oh, nice S-Class again. Is that the S-Class day today? So we have been driving uphill now, and the fuel gauge went up to 9.1 liters, which is still impressive, because a lot of you have been writing me on Instagram that you have no chance of driving it under 15 liters. But as you can see, Mr. azizdrives has managed to drive it under 10 liters. So let's see, 96 kph at yeah, base speed that I was driving. So it's going uphill a little bit more, and then we're starting the decline here. So we got everything uphill, downhill, straight roads. Here we're just uphill and we see the gauge going up. So a little bit of more throttle here, just a little bit. Yeah, let's see. All right, friends, we are arriving and this is absolutely sick. I'm getting nervous. I'm starting to get nervous because it says 8.9 liters for 92 kilometers. And god damn it, man, the needle hasn't even moved. I've driven over almost 100 kilometers now, and the needle hasn't even moved, man. It hasn't even moved. Look at that. Look at that. Arriving at the petrol station, the needle, look at that, just a little bit. So let's stop it and let's see what we actually did. So again, you just pull this little button here. Okay. Now it should be open. Let's see. My god. Let's see what it actually did. Open it up. Nice Bentley logo here. Get it in here so it doesn't scratch the paint. The moment of the truth. Okay. Let's see. Let's see when the first click comes. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god! No fucking way. Holy shit, man. 7.82 liters. Might as well just buy a Bentley. That's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. I can't believe it. And I'm not happy about it. I'm mad. I'm mad because all this time I never wanted to buy a V12 or a W12 because I felt like they were going to use so much fuel. And now I will buy one. That's the conclusion. I will buy myself a V12 or a W12. I don't care anymore. I don't care. It's possible. Here. That's the fucking truth. Bentley Continental GT Speed. So according to my calculation, that means we have managed to drive an 8.5 liters to 100 kilometers. Just take those 7.82 liters that it used, then divide it by 92 and then multiply it by 100 and you get 8.5 liters, which is fucking crazy. Yeah. And that's about it. And that's as far as we can take it, friends. Thank you very much for watching. As you can see, I'm devastated by the fact that this car used less fuel than the M6, or basically just like any diesel, and not really a diesel, but just like any 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. I'm devastated by it, but it is what it is. So that just goes to show it's always the driver, not the car. And buy yourself a W12, buy yourself a V12, do whatever. God bless you. See you on the next one.